This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of Williams versus Williams. You all have been together for 25 years. You've been married for 11. You've got 3 children together. And this long-term relationship is in jeopardy because of allegations of cheating. Is that right, Mr. Williams?
Yes, sir.
Tell us why you're here.
I'm here today to find out if my wife been cheating on me. Ever since she lost 100 pounds, she started dressing provocatively, sneaking out at night, and putting stuff in my food.
That's a lot. Let me start with the 100 pounds. You lost 100 pounds?
Yes, sir, I have.
Welcome.
Look at you, that is amazing.
That is good.
Yes, thank you. And it was done because of my health, not because of I was trying to get sexy or trying to cheat.
What are you here to prove?
I'm here to prove to my husband that I did not cheat on him, that I'm not cheating on him. I love him to the moon and back. He is my rock. I love him to death. He's my everything. Look at him. He's sexy. Oh, my God. Why would I want to cheat on somebody that looks like that, really?
Even after all these years, he's still sexy to you?
Yes. He could be 100 and I still think he's sexy.
Look, when you like it, right?
Exactly.
I understand that. He still got it going on for me, too.
And she's still sexy to you, right?
Yes, sir. Real sexy.
You probably thought that from day one, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
What was day one like? How did you all meet?
I was on my way to work, so I decided to stop by a relative's house. And she was over there doing one of my relatives' hair. And I walked in and I said, woo-wee.
That was
You say that out loud, or did you just think it?
No, I
He
said
said
it out loud.
That was your first, when you first saw her, your first words were, ooh-wee.
I thought he was crazy, but I thought he looked yummy because I'm from New York and I have never seen a black cowboy before. And he had on a cowboy hat. And he had on these tight jeans and his shirt and his boots. And when I looked at him, I thought he was like the sexiest man in the world.
Okay, so I'm looking at this picture. He's on a cow. He's
No,
on
that's a bull. That's a bull.
He will ride anything.
So you're a real cowboy. That's not just your look. You're a real cowboy.
Yes, sir.
You done grabbed a bull by the horn.
Yes, ma'am.
That is, I understand why you were like, look at him.
There you go. Oh.
Right there, that's sexiness.
You see
He
that?
got his black hat on. I ain't mad. Y'all look good together.
Oh, my God.
It must be something about the color black, because I was wearing all black the first time she saw me, and she says that.
Hey, wait a minute. When he wears all black now, I still like,
That's why I like the robe.
That's why I like the road, too. That's why I like the road. So I still like, So I get that.
So you first saw her, it was ooh-wee. You first saw him, he was yummy.
Yes, yummy.
What was it like in the beginning?
Our first date was, I didn't have much money, so I took her to my mother's house, and I fried some fish, made a salad, fried some potatoes, made a dessert.
Yes.
And we sat there and ate. And then,
Now, wait a minute. You gonna really impress me. Was it catfish?
yes, ma'am.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about.
He's an awesome
You fried
cook.
catfish?
Yes, ma'am.
You'd have had me right there. I understand. I got you.
When I first met him, he was chasing me around the house, and I was like, is he for real? And so he sat me down and grabbed my hand and told me, look, I don't know you and you don't know me, but let's try it and see if it'll work out. And if it doesn't work out, then we can go our separate ways. And I'm like, he's really a nut, but obviously it worked because I'm still here.
And so you were intrigued, you pursued her, and after all this great beginning, you all got married.
Yes.
So now you think she's cheating. What are the warning signs that you've seen?
Putting stuff, like I said, putting stuff in my food. When I go to sleep, she sneaks out.
You said she put stuff in your food. What do you mean?
It's called Peter softener.
Peter soft.
He says
Like-
saltpeter.
like saltpeter?
Yeah.
Yes, and I do not put saltpeter in his food.
That's the stuff they use in the military, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Ron, You in the military. Do you know anything about
That's
this?
what they told us in basic training, to take the lead out your pencil. Yes, ma'am.
All right. You believe that your wife is putting saltpeter in your food to take the lead out your pencil?
Yes, ma'am.
Meaning lowering your sexual drive, lowering your libido.
Okay, I get off work, and she made some spaghetti. I'm eating, and then I say, this spaghetti don't taste like your regular spaghetti. And she gonna tell me, it's some different kind of cheese I'm using. Yeah, right, saltpeter.
Different kind of cheese.
And you know, it made me sleepy, and this been going on for about a week.
But why do you think it's saltpeter? How did you come up with that of all things?
Because I went in the kitchen and saw the container on the cabinet, and I threw it in the trash, and because Bubba wasn't singing.
So now you get the picture, right? Food tastes funny, he's getting sleepy, Bubba's not singing.
So when Bubba's not singing, that is the same as lead, no lead in the pencil.
There you go.
Please, please,
Miss
Williams, help us with this.
Please. I changed from regular ground beef to ground turkey. And that's why it tastes funny, because he's used to the ground beef. And he did not see no saltpeter. I was using kosher salt, not saltpeter.
What you put in his spaghetti, he thinks you put it in there so that it will lower his sex drive.
No,
And
no, oh my God,
I bet
no.
the reason you think she did that is so she could go out with somebody else.
Yes,
and
sir.
have sex with somebody
Your
else.
Honor, but this is going on for a week. Pork chops, I'm taking a nap. When I get off work, chicken, I'm taking a
because
nap.
he's
You know,
tired.
it got to be saltpeter.
That's because he's tired.
And for this whole week,
Yes,
Bubba's not singing.
Bubba haven't been singing.
You believe that she put saltpeter in the food to take your libido down?
Yes,
Is
ma'am.
that all you have?
When I get off work one time, I see negligee laying all on the couch and
My
stuff.
goodness.
That's a good thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, Mr. Cutler.
Yeah. If I come home and see negligees all over, you know, I kind of smile a little bit.
You would think so.
But you came home, you saw negligees lying
All on the
around.
couch.
Okay.
Okay, she's in the bathroom taking selfies. I'm going like,
Please.
what you doing? What you doing? Oh, I'm sending them to you. To this day, I'm still waiting on those pictures.
Ms. Williams, why hasn't your husband seen the sexy pictures?
It was supposed to have been a surprise. I've been, you know, buying lingerie secretly so I can make him a Valentine's Day book. And this
Okay.
particular time, while he was at work, I was trying to take the pictures, and he came home in the process of me taking it. So he started with the accusation, oh, you in here trying to take pictures to send it to somebody. I'm like, you know what? Forget it. I didn't. The pictures
Yeah.
are still on
Mr.
my
Williams,
phone, but he didn't
do you
see
have
it.
the pictures?
Yes.
Okay, Ron, would you grab those for us, please?
Yes, Your Honor. Thanks, sir.
And these pictures, let's take a look.
Some of the stuff I haven't seen.
So these are pictures of the outfits that
yeah.
she was modeling.
Yes.
And you haven't seen her in these
No.
on the pictures?
Is this the maid outfit?
Yeah, that's a maid outfit.
And Your Honor, like I said,
Okay.
Miss Williams,
Miss Williams.
look at you. And he walked in and you were doing this?
Yes.
Now, did you send these pictures to another man?
No, I did not. I buy that stuff for him to see me in.
Right.
But I also buy stuff for him so I can sing.
Oh, my goodness.
I buy this for him, and then
Oh, my goodness.
so he can put his junk in the trunk.
Jump in the trunk.
Oh, my goodness.
But he won't wear them for me anymore because he thinks I'm cheating.
Oh. Well, did you used to wear that?
yes, ma'am.
All right. Woo, wait a minute.
That's impressive.
Woo.
That's impressive.
Wait a minute. Now, can you imagine Mr. Williams on that bull with that outfit? Woo! So, Mr. Williams, everything Miss Williams is saying makes sense to me. Do you have anything else that would indicate that she's cheating?
Okay, I come home from work. I moved the pillow on the couch and found a pair of thongs back there. And she don't even wear them for me. I'm wondering what the thongs doing back there.
Oh my goodness.
And so,
Well, was it yours? I mean,
No, it wasn't
mine. I'm
these
just
are
saying.
women's thong
Yeah,
underwear.
women thongs.
Women's
It was
thong
her
underwear.
thongs.
I have a dog. His name is Prince. And he likes to go in my underwear drawer. There he is. That's the culprit right there. That's the culprit.
Little man.
And he can open and close. I submitted a video.
You submitted a video to the court.
Yes,
As
yes,
part of your
ma'am.
court
Yes.
file. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is an example of my dresser. As you can see, it takes one finger to open and close this. My little dog Prince, he jumps up in here and he pulls my clothes out of the drawer. This used to be my underwear drawer, and I had to change it and put my t-shirts down here because he will jump up on here and pull them out.
And he would run all over the place with him.
So your testimony is your dog went in your drawer,
Yes.
pulled your underwear out, and
Exactly.
stuffed it behind the pillow on the sofa.
You got to remember, we've been together for 25 years, so I have a lot of stuff, because we role play a lot.
But you ain't role playing as long as this is going on.
not until this stops and the cease and desist, and I want it over. I want my husband back. I love him. I want my husband back.
Mr. Williams, you're not believing any of this, are you?
No, the dog ate my homework.
That's what it sounds like. That's exactly what it sounds like.
But what I'm seeing, love, is that they love each other.
Yeah, there's a lot of laughter.
And there's a lot of love. And she is highly frustrated with these accusations.
Yes.
I can imagine it's hurting your heart.
Yes, it is. And it's tearing me apart because I love this man. I've been with him so long. I want to grow old with him. I mean, he's my everything. I mean, it's hard for me to keep my eyes off of him now because he's so sexy. I love this man.
Yeah. Here's what we're looking at. Mr. Williams thinks you put saltpeter in his food. It tasted funny, and he saw the saltpeter in the kitchen. He found these sexy pictures that you took of yourself in lingerie that were never sent to him. He finds a pair of thongs in the sofa. You don't wear thongs for him anymore, he says. And so that raises a question in his mind. And
the dog did it.
Oh, the dog did it. The dog put
the dog ate my homework. The dog grabbed my thong.
The dog put my thong in the sofa.
Right.
And all of this is causing suspicion in your mind that she is involved with somebody else and she's having a sexual relationship with one or more other people.
And he thinks it's all started when she lost 100 pounds. That's part of this.
And if you find out she is cheating, the marriage is over.
25 years is gone down the drain.
Gone
Wow,
down the
really?
drain.
We can't. That's
Really?
What else you want me to say? Happy birthday?
Okay.
Mr. and Ms. Williams, this court has done a full and complete investigation to determine, is she cheating? At this time, the court will call certified polygraph examiner and licensed private investigator Kendall Shull. Ron, please show Mr. Shull into the courtroom.
Yes, Sean. Kendall Shull.
Good day, Mr. Shull. Glad to see you today.
Good day, Your Honor. Good to see you.
So, you completed a polygraph examination on Miss Williams. Is that correct?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
All right. So you asked Miss Williams, have you ever added any supplement, including saltpeter, to Mr. Williams' food in order to suppress his sexual appetite? What was her response to that question?
She said no.
You look a little nervous. Are you nervous?
I'm just upset about this all. It's just bothering me.
Okay, so this is not tears of fear. These are
No.
tears of frustration.
Yes.
All right. What did the polygraph reveal? What did the polygraph reveal?
Your Honor, the polygraph revealed that she was being truthful.
I told you.
Kosher salt, not saltpeter.
How does that make you feel, Mr. Williams?
Good. Real good.
Ms. Williams was asked, since your marriage in 2006, Have you had sexual intercourse with any man other than Mr. Williams? What was her response?
She said no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that she was being truthful, Your Honor.
I told you.
I gotta tell you, y'all are some of the cutest folks we have seen. I am so glad.
I mean, you can feel the
Oh,
love.
they're so cute.
That's what a long-term relationship looks like. I mean,
That-
you can just feel it. They know each other inside and out. You know how each other thinks. I'm surprised that it got this far, but sometimes that happens.
Mr. Williams, just enjoy this beautiful lady. That's what you need to do.
Yes, ma'am, I am.
And Ms.
right.
Williams, keep on doing what you're doing. Keep
Yes,
on with the
sir.
sexy lingerie. Keep
Yes,
on with
sir.
the pictures. Keep
Yes,
enticing them.
Put your
Thank
joke
you.
back in the trunk.
There you go.
Please.
And so you all can be together for another 25 years.
Yes.
25 years after that.
Yes, thank you.
You all have been together for 8 years. You're engaged. You've got 2 kids together. But the future of this young family is on the line depending on what happens here today. Am I right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Bayne, this woman that you're engaged to, that you want to spend the rest of your life with, you don't feel you can trust her?
No, Your Honor, I don't. She's taken, I saw her Facebook page, the one she was using at the time, and she took down being engaged and she put single. I even found a condom in my car, and I brought the photo to submit to the court today if you'd like to take a look at it.
Ron, would you
I
please
found that
get
condom.
that?
I found the condom. It was me who found the condom, Your Honor.
Hold on, Ms. Keene,
In
let's
his
take a
car.
look at this first. And this is a condom that was found in your
His
car,
Right, Your Honor.
but it's not one that you use.
No, Your Honor, in 8 years, we haven't used condoms, but almost the first maybe 5 months of our relationship, and then we no longer use them anymore, so I have no need for a condom.
So tell me about this condom that he found after you used his car.
Well, he's lying. I found the condom, went straight to him and asked him, why is this in your car? And he automatically turned it around on me and said it was my condom.
Ms. Keene, let's step back from the condom for a minute. What about you taking him off of social media and changing your status from engaged to single? I think that's a bigger question
Well-
than just finding a condom.
Well, I kept forgetting my Facebook password, so I kept making a new Facebook. And I just had time to post photos yet or change my thing to engagement. And there was a time where he wouldn't accept my engagement on Facebook.
No, I asked you repeatedly to change it, and you always had an excuse or you haven't got around to it, so I went on your phone
I
and
sent
I
the
did it.
engagement to you.
And
the
I
request.
changed it.
And I kept telling you I did send it.
I gotta admit, this is a rocky start to this because, he says he doesn't trust you. You say that everything's a misunderstanding.
Yes, sir.
And these warning signs, I understand why you feeling these ways.
Well, not only that, we've been together 8 years.
Right.
Okay, anything that we've ever done in the bedroom, anything that she's done or knows how to do, we've done together or learned together. So I've seen everything that she has to give. And out of nowhere, around the same time where I thought she was cheating on me, she starts bringing in new sex moves into the bedroom.
So what's wrong with that?
Well,
What's wrong with that is
I read-
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. It's always nice to spice things up, but anytime we've ever done that, we've done it together.
So you're
As
saying
a team, like we always do everything together.
But-
But out of nowhere, out of left field, she starts doing this weird movement with my when she's giving me oral sex.
well.
She's out of nowhere, out of
Well-
nowhere. I mean, it feels good, don't get me wrong, but I feel like she
Well,
learned it from
I read a lot of
somebody
romance
else.
novels.
Hold on, Ms. Keene, hold on.
I mean, it's the truth.
okay,
wait.
Mr. Bayne.
And Mr. Color, I'm gonna turn that over to you.
Yeah, as Judge Dana gets a visual of this, I mean, most guys would be kind of happy about something new after 8 years,
Well,
2 kids together.
Most guys
Yeah.
don't have the
Yeah.
brain that I have.
Yes.
All right, so
Not
what?
saying I didn't appreciate it or enjoy it.
He was having male issues where he couldn't perform. So in my mind, I should step it up a little bit, maybe help him out.
No, I have
Hold
tested.
on,
I read a
Mr.
lot of
Hold on, Mr.
romance.
Bayne.
I read a lot of romance novels as well, so that I get a lot of ideas out of that as well.
Okay.
Okay. Well, you have to
So
give
you
me this
read-
book list, I guess.
Hey, they get graphic.
The big picture in all this is we've got a young family who's having issues.
Right.
And the future of that young family is at stake right now, depending on what happens here.
Yes, sir.
Am I right,
Yes.
Mr.
I mean,
Bayne?
the family's on the line. She's pregnant right now. I mean, if she fails the test, I'm gonna need a paternity test on this child because I don't feel like it's mine. There's been too much going on. I mean, there's been too much going on with everything.
Well, that is a serious question. And if it comes out that she is in fact cheating, we would send you to paternity court to Judge Lauren Lake to get that resolved, because you would need to know to move your family's relationship forward. So we got somebody who can help you with that.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I want.
So, Mr. Bayne, we have allegations, but what has she done to make you think she's cheating?
All right, I'll put it to you this way. One night, I woke up at 1 o'clock in the morning. I go to get something to drink. I look outside. I realize the car's gone. I realize she's gone. So I go looking for my phone so I could text her, call her, but I realized she took her phone and my phone.
She took both your cell phones?
So I couldn't track her. So basically, I had no other option at 4 o'clock in the morning but to go back to sleep with my kids. And I woke up again at 6 o'clock in the morning, and she's still not home. The birds are chirping, the sun's coming out. So I finally walked across the street to my neighbor's house, and I used the telephone to text and call her. Blew the phone up. At first, she didn't answer. Then she answered, like in a frantic. She says, "Oh, I'm at the store, I'm at the store." I said, "Well, you better get your butt home now." And that's what she kept saying. She was at the store, but it took her 2 hours to get home.
All right.
Okay,
Your Honor.
Where were you from 1 to 6:30 in the
He's
morning?
exaggerating the time I was gone.
No,
I
I'm
was
not.
never gone over 2 hours.
It's 1 in the morning. You're at home.
Yes, Your Honor.
You get up, or you say you can't sleep. How do you just get up and not leave a note? I'm going so-and-so, I'm doing so. That's what people do.
I would leave a note. I would leave a note, or I would send him a text. Because I had
She never
our
left
phone.
a note.
But did you leave him a note that night?
Yes. I
Where-
told him I was going to my friend's house.
Did you get a note, Mr.
That is a
Bayne?
lie. Your Honor, she's bald-faced lying to you in the court right now, right to your face like she does me.
I've always let him know if I was leaving.
All right, Mr. Bayne, do you have any other reason to believe that she's cheating?
Yes, I do, Your Honor. One night I was speaking to her aunt on the telephone. Me and her had been arguing.
Okay.
Her aunt proceeds to tell me, well, if you and her can work out her cheating on you, y'all can get through anything. I said, what?
So the aunt says this
She dropped a bomb on me.
before you even told her about the cheating.
I knew nothing about it.
So when her aunt said this, what did you do?
The next morning, I went to the phone company and I got the phone records and everything her aunt said. The hotels, the name of the guy that was in question, everything was on the phone records. And if I can walk, is there any way I can walk over there to show you or
Yes,
or not?
please.
Okay. If you look over here, this is one of the sheets. This number right here is the man that supposedly she was cheating on me with.
Okay. And did you call him?
I called that number, and when I talked to him on the phone, he laughed and said, "I don't owe you any explanation," and he hung the phone up on me. Also, the hotel names that her aunt gave me, unfortunately, they were on the phone record as well.
And those
So
are those
I
phone
called
numbers.
these numbers. Also, when I called these numbers, I acted like the other man because I wanted to see when they had reservations. And them not doing any more research, they gave me the reservation. And sure enough, on the same time where she took the car all night, they had a reservation that same day.
But I admitted.
Hold on, Miss.
And when you discovered all this, what did you think?
I was heartbroken. I was heartbroken because in 8 years, there's been opportunities where women have tried me and I've turned them down because my heart's with her.
You've tried women. You have
No,
tried women.
listen.
Multiple
All right.
women.
Miss
multiple
Keene,
women.
Miss Keene, all right.
After the
Here's your
fact.
chance.
Okay,
After
Multiple
the fact.
women.
Miss Keene.
After the fact.
Miss Keene, look at me. Now, were you at a hotel with this guy?
No, Your Honor. I never followed through with actually cheating.
When you say you never followed through, what do you mean?
I was just talking.
Okay, and then what happened? You say you didn't follow through, so that means there were plans.
I was just talking. I was talking. There was plans. There was plans. I
Okay,
didn't
tell me
follow
about the
through.
plans. What were the plans?
Well, I was just talking to the guy because I caught him cheating, talking to other women multiple times. I can't do this.
Yes, you can.
Priscilla,
Do this.
it's okay.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it no more.
Miss Keene.
sorry.
No.
I'm sorry.
Miss Keene, your family's at stake, depending on what happens here.
Yeah.
I understand you being upset. I understand you crying. And the problem is we have to ask hard questions because
The
of
reason why I talked to
situation.
that guy in the first place is because I kept catching him on Facebook calling women beautiful, trying to meet up with them. And I just lost my mother. So I needed somebody to find comfort in. And he wasn't doing that. He was flirting with other women, same week she died. So I started talking to somebody. But I couldn't follow through with actually meeting this person.
You didn't follow through. What were the plans to meet this person? What did you arrange? What did you set up?
Well, he set up to meet me in the hotel. I turned around both times before I even hit the highway. I could not do it. I could not do it. Now at a friend's house.
And that's just, you saying you did not go through with it?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I did not.
Well, we've got your side. We've got your side. And we have the aunt's side. And the aunt is here today. Ron, would you please escort her in the courtroom?
Yes, Your Honor.
I've never physically cheated. That's the main thing.
Good day, ma'am. How are you?
I'm great. How are you, sir?
Doing fine, thank you. Would you state your name, please, for the record?
My name is Hope Thrasher.
So, what did you know about Miss Keene cheating?
Well, she had met someone on Facebook, and then they went to the hotel, and she told me that they had sex and he had a hairy back. And I thought he knew. I didn't know he didn't know. They both had issues with infidelity, and they're arguing, and I didn't know he didn't know.
And you specifically said they met at a hotel, they had sexual relations, and she gave you a very specific detail about him, that the gentleman had a hairy back.
Yeah, like she was remorseful, like she was guilty.
She should be.
I never had sex with no.
Yeah, you did.
No.
Miss
I felt guilty.
Miss Keene, who was the man with the hairy back?
It was the guy I was talking to, but he's not attractive to me. I met, like in pictures, he wasn't attracted to me.
How did you know his back was hairy?
Pictures. And I never went up there and met him. I never had sex with nobody. That's my thing. I've never actually physically had sex with anybody.
You even went to her house.
Wait. Your testimony is, I haven't actually had physical sex with somebody.
No, I am guilty of what? I'm guilty of talking, as he is.
No, I'm not.
Yes.
So you're saying the extent of this is just flirting on Facebook or flirting on the phone?
Yes, ma'am.
Why would your aunt then tell Mr. Bayne that you were at the hotel with a man and you described him as having a hairy back? Why would she make that up?
Of course, I've seen pictures of this man. I mean, I'm talking to him. I've seen pictures. And I told my aunt that I was talking to somebody. I did tell her that. But I never said I had sex with anybody.
But here's the thing, you wouldn't share that detail with your aunt if you're just telling her about a guy I'm talking to. That's not what people do.
Well, I told her I
were guilty
I did tell her I was talking to somebody. I did. And at the time, I was catching him flirting with other women every day almost. I was confused. I didn't know what I was going to do.
You weren't catching me with nothing.
He's funny. He's got a nice smile. He wears glasses. He has nice hair, or he's bald, whatever your attraction template is. There are lots of things you would say before you get around to he's got a hairy back.
Yeah.
Do you understand how that looks?
Yeah, I was telling her the negatives of the guy.
And here's the thing. Again, looking at the big picture of this.
That's why.
Look, listen.
I didn't have a physical affair.
Yeah, you were.
Miss Keene, looking at the big picture of this, you said you didn't have any physical contact with it. You didn't go through with it. You had the intention.
I understand why he don't.
It looks bad.
I understand why he don't trust me. I do. I understand why he don't trust the fact that I didn't go and actually physically mess around.
You got in the car, you went. I know you went.
All right, I think we've heard enough. And Mr. Bayne has already said, if it turns out that you're lying, then he is going to question the paternity of the baby that you're now carrying. All of this is at stake right now, right here, today. Am I correct, Mr. Bayne?
You are correct, Your Honor.
So at this time, the court would like to call former military interrogator Lena Cisco to determine, is she cheating? Ron, would you escort her in?
Lena Cisco.
Ms. Cisco, would you state for the court record your credentials?
Yes, Your Honor. I am a former military interrogator. I'm certified by the Department of Defense in interrogation and interviewing techniques.
So you conducted a full interrogation. What did you learn regarding the night Miss Keene disappeared?
Your Honor, Miss Keene stated that she went over a friend's house, and she became very frustrated when I asked her why she told Mr. Bayne that she went to the store. And she said, I didn't tell him I went to the store. She kept denying it. And as she was making this denial, she was shaking her head no. So that's congruent body language. So the fact that she showed true emotion and she was congruent in her body language, I believe that that statement is truthful.
So what did Miss Keene reveal about her conversation with her aunt?
Miss Keene did admit to me that she met a man on social media, and they planned a rendezvous at a hotel in Greensboro. As she was telling me this story, she said that as she was driving to Greensboro, she had doubts and second thoughts, and she said to herself, I can't go through with it. So she turned the car around. As she was telling me that part of the story, she had so much emotion that she teared up. And because she showed true emotion and she was that open with me, I believe that statement is truthful.
Was there anything else that you learned?
So Miss Keene did tell me about the new sex moves, and I asked her about that accusation. She told me that she reads a lot of romance novels and that she just wanted to experiment with Mr. Bayne. But, Your Honor, she told me that she felt she had to step up her game because Mr. Bayne was flirting with so many women.
So, based on your investigation, what did you conclude?
Based on all the indicators that I saw and witnessed in that interview, I do not believe that Miss Keene has cheated on Mr. Bayne.
Disagree. Haven't physically cheated.
You all are dating. You've been dating about 3 years. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
All right. And Ms. Brown, why have you brought your boyfriend to couples court?
Well, I brought him here today because I need to know if he's still cheating on me or not with his coworker. Or anybody else for that matter.
And what do you have to say about that?
First off, Your Honor, she paranoid, and no, I haven't been cheating on her anymore. No, I mean, it happened before, yes, but, I mean, I felt like she was, hurt by that, and I don't feel like I can, put her through that again, because we do have 2 kids also.
So you did cheat in the past.
Yes, ma'am.
But you're a changed man now.
Yes, ma'am.
You're not buying it.
No, he's lying.
Why do you say that?
Like, when that incident occurred the first time when he cheated on me, he was staying out late and stuff like he is now.
You all have known each other since middle school.
Since the 8th grade, yes, sir.
Wow.
I mean, we started off, just talking as friends, like passing notes back and forth in the classroom. So.
Take me back to happier times. Let's look at this and see what it looked like before it fell apart.
Well, one happier time was when we first met, which was in 8th grade.
Okay.
And I was in my classroom and I was just sitting there and I was like, there's no cute guys in this class. And then here comes his little short self walking through the door. I'm just like, he is so cute. So that was a plus. And then, we start talking or whatever, and he starts writing me notes telling me to meet him in the bathroom to kiss him.
Oh, man.
Oh,
you did?
Is that true?
No, I ain't telling you.
Yes, you did. He was trying to kiss me
in the bathroom.
Always.
You did send her notes, though, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Me and Mr. Cutler met at school. We used to pass notes in class.
Okay.
That's how I have.
Another happier time was like our first date.
Okay, tell me about that.
The movies.
Oh, what you gonna see?
This scary movie. But
It's a scary movie.
He was scared.
Your first date was a scary movie, so that gives you kind of an excuse to put your arm around.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I like that.
That's an old player move.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I learned from the best.
What?
So when you all were together initially, it was great.
Yeah, it was good. Like, we got our first apartment together and everything, and, we had a family.
So where did it go wrong?
Well, it went wrong when he started lying to me. All right, we were going to a Christmas party. Okay. And then all of a sudden, at last minute, he didn't want me to go because we didn't have a babysitter for the kids.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, right. He goes to the Christmas party. He's ironing his clothes and everything. And even then, I was like, why you got to get all dressed up to go to this Christmas party? You see these folks every day at work.
So that was a warning sign when you saw him doing that?
Yeah, it's like trying to look good and putting on cologne, too, because he never puts on cologne.
So tell me what happened. I mean, he goes to the Christmas party.
And then he comes home. But he comes home in the back door.
Okay.
So, and then I was like, well, who dropped you off, DeAndre? And he said, the person who took me. And I'm on the phone with them. And they're like, no, I didn't bring him home. So right then, I knew that he was lying because I've never caught him in a lie before.
Yeah,
why were you dropped off at the back door?
I mean, what sense
it's
does
just
that
the
make?
point. If I'm riding with somebody I know that you wouldn't feel comfortable with.
Right.
You knew you were riding home with somebody she wasn't
I just
comfortable
knew
with?
that it was a female.
And you knew that she wouldn't like that.
The same female he was cheating on me with.
But that night, it didn't, nothing happened.
Okay, so wait a minute. How did you find out he was brought home by a female?
Her boyfriend texted me.
Okay, so the woman who brought him home, her boyfriend.
He told me that he had found text messages in her phone, and he just wanted to let me know.
What did you do with this information once you were told that?
Well, when I found that out, he was at work. And I called up there and I was like, why have you been lying to me? Like, because you've been lying. And he's just like, I'm not lying. I was like, yeah, you are. She brought you home. I said, and y'all been having sex and I already know everything. So don't try to deny it now. I just hang up on him and I walked back to my house because I was at my sister-in-law's house at the time down the hill. She lives down the hill from me. I walked to the house and I just immediately start packing our stuff. You know, I'm leaving. Bump this. And then he comes home and he brushes in and he's like, Lindsay, what are you doing? I was like, I'm leaving. You know, I'm crying. I'm hysterical.
Right.
And he's still denying it, and it's pissing me off even more that he's still denying it.
Mr. Stewart, were you sleeping with this coworker?
Yes, sir. I did. It was not
twice.
sleeping.
It wasn't just
twice.
one time.
How did that happen? How did that come about?
Honestly, y'all, it
That's
just happened. I mean, it wasn't no feelings involved or anything.
It wasn't no feelings involved.
Okay.
He wouldn't be contacting her a month ago.
Were you all at work together on the day this happened?
Yes, sir.
Okay, did you all talk about it at work?
We were just talking about our lives in particular, basically the children, like just comparing.
Okay,
so this was at work or
My
before
kids
you?
don't have nothing to do with her.
Was this at work or after you left work? You had this talk.
After work.
Okay, whose car were you in?
It was in her car.
Okay, you were riding with her.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
She was supposed to be taking you home.
Yes, sir.
Okay, where did she end up taking you?
We just went to a little random place beside the road or somewhere.
Oh, wow.
She's easy.
All right, wait.
And he is too.
You went from work, talking about your kids, to a random spot by the road where you hit it and quit it. Is that it?
And was that the only time you had sex with her?
Nope.
No, sir. It was one other time.
Where did that happen? On the side of the road?
Yes, sir.
Same spot?
Okay, so Miss Brown, after all this happens and he tells you about it, how did you rebuild the trust enough to stay with him?
There's still no trust, but I stay with him because I love him.
Okay.
And I've put a lot into this relationship, and so has he. But, you know, he's made mistakes, and that's how I look at it. Because I know DeAndre, and I know, like, I don't think he would intentionally hurt me.
Yeah.
But it did hurt me, and I feel like he knows that, so he would never do it again.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not the perfect person. You know, I have done wrong in the past, but like I told her, I would work on anything I need to, you know, to show her that I'm here for her, and I would not, you know, put her through that again, you know.
You see her crying.
Yeah, I see her crying. Yeah, that's very hard for me to watch.
Like, it hurts me to my soul because I honestly thought you would be the last person to hurt me.
Yeah, I understand. And I'm sorry.
And I mean,
I'm
for
sorry
you to, if you are still doing that, DeAndre, then we just don't need to be. You know, we can be parents, but there don't need to be a us no more.
Do you love her?
Yes, ma'am. I love her very much.
Are you gonna try to move forward?
Yes, ma'am.
And you want to show her that you're a changed man.
Yes, sir.
And you're here to prove to her that you are not sleeping with anyone else right now.
Yes,
But how
sir.
was he changed when he was just contacting her a month ago?
How do you know that?
Because I have proof. Here's his call log.
Where you get that from?
Yes, sir.
From the phone that you
Thank you.
supposedly lost.
I have lost. I ain't seen the phone in 3 months.
Okay, whatever.
How did you get this?
Because I got an email sent to me just from applying for the phone. And it said view call log. So I viewed it and that popped up, you know, of May. And that's him to her number on May 14th. It started from 9:56 to 10:08 to 10:09 to 10:12. So he was gonna make sure this hoe was gonna answer the phone.
Well,
She's supposed to be at work at 10 a.m. So tell me why you calling her at 10:34, but you at work.
I'm supposed to be at work at 10.
You know, you trying to meet her. I mean, I don't know, and that's why I'm here, because I don't know.
So, Ms. Brown, this 570 number, that's the number of the woman you think he's cheating with?
Yes. I know it is. I talked to her.
When did you talk to her?
When I found that call log, I called
And
her.
what did she tell you when you talked to her?
She told me that you tried to contact her, that y'all have talked a few times since then. But she lied to me the first time, too, when I found out that he cheated on me then. She told me they didn't have sex because she was in my face because she was scared of what I was going to do.
Explain this to me.
She was getting my number from co-workers at work. They were just giving out my number, and she ended up calling my phone. And
okay, so why didn't you tell me?
So I called, because why would I?
But
because you know
Mr.
you're
Stewart,
guilty.
you say that, you know, she got your phone number from co-workers at work and she's harassing you, calling you. This says outgoing.
Yeah, I know, I understand. That's what I'm saying. Like, the call out doesn't show where she called my phone prior to me calling her back.
Okay, 10:08 a.m., 10:09 a.m., 10:12 a.m.
Cause at first, Your Honor, I didn't even know who the number was. To be honest, that wasn't the same number that she had when all that did happen.
Okay.
It was a missed call, and I called the number back.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times?
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, I get missed calls too. I don't call them back 5 times.
I ain't want to miss no important call.
So then why were you so nervous when I asked you whose number it was?
Okay, so Ms. Brown, in addition to your love suit, you have a lawsuit. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me about that.
Well, if I get proven to be right today, then I'm gonna need movers to move me and the boys' things out of our home. I'm gonna need $500 because that's what it will cost for them to move our things. And I have proof of that too.
Ron? Yes. If we find that Mr. Stewart is in fact cheating on you, you're asking this court to reimburse you $500 for moving expenses.
Yes, ma'am. Because I shouldn't be having to, me and my kids should not be having to leave our home.
And you would be leaving your home because he's cheating and you can't stay there anymore.
Right. I just can't deal with it. I'm not gonna continue to be disrespected.
All right. We will rule on this suit in a moment, but we're going to go forward with the love suit and continue that.
You believe he's still sleeping with this coworker?
Right.
And that's based on the fact that you have the phone call log showing calls back and forth.
Right.
And you say it's just some number and you don't know who it is.
I did it at first, but now I do, yes, sir.
In order to get to the bottom of this, the court would like to call a licensed private investigator, Mr. Redding. Yes. Rob.
Hello, Mr. Redding, how are you?
Hello, Your Honor, fine, thank you.
Right. As a private investigator, you use different techniques to see if someone's cheating, is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Would you explain to the court what you've done in today's case?
In today's case, I was actually on a covert assignment doing video observation of Mr. Stewart.
Right. And when you say a covert assignment, what do you do?
I'm very discreet throughout the community as I follow Mr. Stewart around and video document what his activities are.
You tracked his every move?
I tracked him everywhere he went.
What did you find on day one?
On day one, Your Honor, at 6:25 a.m., the subject exits his house and enters his vehicle and is traveling to his workplace, driven by his family. And once he arrives at his workplace, he enters the back area. 2:25 p.m., he's viewed coming out and speaking with some coworkers.
So he did spend the day at work?
All day, on day number one, I can confirm that he did travel to work and stay at work all day.
All right. Mr. Stewart, is there anything you want to say before we continue?
Yeah, I'm just glad that she could actually see that I was telling her the truth, that I was going to work and it was there the whole time, and you know.
Well, hold on, Mr. Stewart.
That's just day one.
We still got other days to look at.
On day number two, he is video documented entering his vehicle at 8:48 a.m. and drives himself to the workplace. Again, he did drive straight to the workplace. Video documentation will show at 8:53 a.m. he arrived at his workplace and appeared to be talking to a co-worker prior to entering the building. They were generally smoking outside prior to entering the establishment.
Did you see anything that made you concerned about that interaction?
No, Your Honor. Everything looked pretty normal.
It looked like an innocent conversation.
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, did you come across anything that was potentially concerning to you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Let's see.
At the end of the workday, he came out to his vehicle, went back around to the parking area of the workplace, and engaged in a conversation with a female.
Okay. Let's see.
And what was it about that particular conversation that was concerning?
What was concerning was, obviously, they were familiar with each other. Mr. Stewart was in the driver's side of the vehicle, and the female entered in the driver's side, putting her head in. I couldn't actually tell whether or not there was inappropriate contact between the two, but they were obviously familiar and comfortable with each other. Once they finished the conversation, the female went around to the employee entrance of the building, and Mr. Stewart entered the side of the building.
Is that the coworker in question?
No. You sure?
So that's a different coworker.
A different one.
She was leaning in the car right there. She was looking at the family picture that's on my dash.
Oh, how nice.
Okay, so have you ever had any sexual contact?
No, not at all.
In your expert opinion, was Mr. Stewart cheating?
During that surveillance period, I could not conclude any infidelity.
Ms. Brown, given this information from an expert, will you be able to trust him?
No.
You're not gonna be able to trust him?
I mean, no, not just from this, no.
Mrs. Stewart, you're giving her reason not to want to really fully make that step toward trusting you. So yes, it's on her to give you a chance, but it's on you to make her want to give you that chance.
Ms. Brown, would you say to him what it is you want moving forward?
I just want you to actually show me that you love me. And not just tell me.
You all just hugged. So are you still planning to stay? Because if so, we can dismiss your lawsuit.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
All right?